Podcast. I am your host, Coach Jake. Today, man, it's everywhere in the news, right? Everywhere. AI, artificial intelligence. I've been going deep on this. I think I'll go on record right now, say this is the most disruptive technology in the history of humankind. And I'm a history nerd and a science nerd. So we got, what's up, Will? See Kendo Jedi, Isaiah, Silverback. What's up, Morgan? Elders of Shiloah, 77, Snoodle Noodle, Del Campo, Abdullah, Perpetual Analysis, Fake at 5 feet. Man, everybody, dude. Number one. Yeah, throw me a number one if you are in the chat. That's how we're going to communicate. So, hey, thanks, Kendo Jedi, for getting a badge, dude. Loving the support. Everything makes a difference to me. CWO, number one. Let's go. So, today's topic, artificial intelligence, mastering the game of minds in the digital age, okay? Artificial intelligence, what was once seemed far-fetched, like straight out of sci-fi, man. The Matrix is now real, and it is changing everything. How we live, how we work, how we play. I am going deep on AI. I love it. Yeah, clearly there's dangers. There's dangers to anything. But this is truly the most disruptive technology known to humankind ever, in my opinion. Now that I see it and what it can actually do, I am absolutely floored. I am in awe of its potential. AI, artificial intelligence. So we're gonna deep dive. I'm gonna make this quick. You got questions, comments? Let me know. But we're gonna go into the realm of AI. Okay, so let's do a quick overview of this. Again, you guys got comments, questions? You like what you're hearing? Give me a number one in the chat. Appreciate you guys. I'm telling you, I'm burning through this. I got so many meetings. I literally been back to back all day. Jumped on here because I want it. This is important. From Siri to self-driving Teslas, AI is reshaping our lives in unimaginable ways. It's mind-blowing to me. But what is it? Okay, in layman's terms, AI is basically a system of computers that perform tasks that would normally require human level intelligence. Okay, it includes and is not limited to things like speech recognition, learning, problem solving, decision making. There are multiple types of AI. Okay, there's narrow AI or weak AI, and that's designed to carry out very specific tasks like voice assistance, facial recognition, maybe for security applications. Then there's general AI, the next level up after narrow or weak. And this really does have the cognitive abilities of a human being. And it can learn and it can apply that knowledge across various domains. Okay. Then the highest level is super intelligent AI. This is the ultimate form of AI, possessing an intelligence that surpasses that of human beings. Okay. Now, supposedly we don't have it already, but I'm going to be real. I think it's naive to say if we already have general AI, that the super intelligent AI isn't already out there humming away in some sort of a quantum computer or something. Like, just telling you, man, the Illuminati might be made out of silicon, right? So there are so many applications to AI that it's mind-boggling. I have really just in the last 2 months, just everything is AI that I've been studying. Everything, and not just ChatGPT. There's AI applications in healthcare, right? So personalized medical diagnoses, finance in terms of risk mitigation, fraud detection, personalizing banking, marketing. This is where I've been going deep, creating content, helping with marketing campaigns, manufacturing, dude. Like we know that the robots are now equipped with AI, so we can streamline things, make things more efficient. Entertainment, dude. It's mind blowing. I've got so many URLs and links. It is absolutely amazing. Now, is this a boon? Is this a blessing? Or is this a bane? Right? Bane is like awful, like the bane of your existence. Well, to me, it's like guns, right? It's how you use them. If a hero uses a gun, it's heroic. If a bad guy uses a gun, it's not heroic. And I think the same thing can be said about artificial intelligence, right? I know a lot of people are worried, and this was the first thing, was job displacement, right? Like everybody was talking about job displacement, and like, okay, if you're an attorney, which is true, you're going to be displaced. If you're a programmer, you could be displaced by AI. That just means the old way of doing things. Like, for example, my wife and I have a software company, and we wanted to develop an application. We had a partnership that just wasn't sitting right with us. Their software was not as good as ours, and we didn't really want to do the API to connect them. It made our system more brittle. So one day, because I've been so deep in this AI, my wife and I are talking business, had to be midnight. I was like, let's go to ChatGPT. Let's have it write out. I'm a modeler. I did a lot of, in a prior lifetime, I was a mathematical modeler for investment banks. I have my master's in financial engineering. And so I built out this simple model to predict weather. Okay. It's a weather prediction application. I said, hey, here are the inputs. Here's the outputs I want. I want you to build an algorithm and general model around this and output it in JavaScript and Python. Boom. Literally within under 30 seconds, it had it. I sent it out to our head developer. He looked at it. He's like, whoa, this is great. Now, obviously, when you throw it through the compiler, there's going to be some issues. You're going to have to debugging. But dude, this is so amazing in terms of like amplifying the speed and the quantity of output. So is it job displacement? I mean, I don't know, man. When the light bulb come around, did it displace candlestick makers? Maybe. But yeah, you just got to go learn something. You got to go learn a new skill. If AI can replace you, dude, you're going to have to figure something else out. Okay. There are problems that, actually you have to remember AI is like a person. Okay. How mind blowing is that? But just like any person, the AI can have biases. So I don't know if you've tried to type anything political into ChatGPT, like about put in something about Donald Trump, pro or con. I'm not a Trump humper. I think the guy is just as bad as all the rest of them. I think he's maybe less than Biden. Biden's such a disaster. But these AI, they have their own biases, okay? Whether it's intentional or programmed in, you got to remember that, okay? So sometimes your prompts can lead to incorrect, maybe unethical outcomes, okay? So this is a problem, but I know they are addressing it. There are also like privacy concerns and surveillance concerns, right? Because now you could have AI. You don't need somebody at the FBI, CIA, NSA, whatever, following you. Maybe somebody there just coded up something to send an AI bot watching all your activity. And think about it. If they have self-driving cars, how hard would it be to hook up a little drone? It could even be like an insect-sized drone with some sort of connection to an internet or a cellular tower, and it looks like a bug, and it's crazy. This is so crazy. This is absolutely crazy, okay? So you have to remember, we're not to the super intelligent AI yet. Supposedly. Now, those of you who, how many, if you can give me a number one in the chat, how many of you guys are using AI? Like maybe you're using ChatGPT, maybe you're using Jasper, but are you going deeper than that? Anybody? I'm getting no response, so nobody's using this AI. It's hard to believe. The statistics are mind-blowing. I think like ChatGPT got the same number of users in like 1 week that it took social media, like Facebook, it took them like a year or something to get. I mean, people are using it. Nature Boy 10th Planet. What's up, Nate? Loving AI. Yeah, it's sick, dude. And there are a lot of them. Just some of the ones that I think you guys should look at that maybe you haven't seen before. There's one that I like personally. It's called Ollie, OLLI.ai. And what that does is it allows you to make dashboards and data. It's so, I mean, I'm like a data guy. This is absolutely mind blowing. There are ones that where you can, there's one called Hey Jen, and you could basically create an AI. It's like digitally created avatar that's like a human, but with a face and it'll talk. I mean, mind blowing. Check out butternut.ai. Absolutely mind blowing. I mean, I can't even believe this stuff. It blows my mind. Now, one of the things that I've done to pivot with it is because I am studying it for business applications, namely my number one coaching venture. And let me see if I could flip this. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't do it during see, there we go. Did that flip it? Oh, nice. Okay, so I'm using it for marketing, right? And so I know a lot of really cool tools out there. If you guys are interested in learning some of this, DM me, give me a number one in the chat. I might actually do a whole podcast and show you how to do this, how you can use AI to generate money. I may, what I'm doing right now for myself is I am building out this entire business development platform where I used to have to hire virtual assistants, interns, staff. I am able to amplify now all of that. I don't have to hire as many people, or I can hire those people and make them 10 times more efficient, stronger, better. It's truly mind-blowing, guys. This is mark my words. Mark my words. AI is the most disruptive technology in the history of humankind. Now, it took a lot of disruptive tech to get there, so we might have a little bit of like inoculation to the shock of it all. But we haven't even scratched the surface. I've gone so deep down the rabbit hole on this. It's freaking me out. It's so cool. It is so cool. The opportunity here. This is, like, in my opinion, one of the greatest times to be alive. And, this brings with it a whole host of other issues. Like, is it conscious? I mean, this is really where the rabbit hole gets deep, and is there going to be like AI Bill of Rights about slavery and labor and wages, and that we are entering a whole new era. The world in just 2 years will be so radically different than what we have today. And when we start combining all these different technologies, we combine it with advances in drones, blockchain, data efficiency. Oh man, this is really crazy. By the time the world my grandkids enter will be so radically different. One of the things that's going to be interesting is like, how do we make money now? Because, right, this is going to be one of the issues. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. If you know how to learn, if you can learn how to learn, this is one of the things one of my coaches drilled into me. And one of the reasons why I think he relied so heavily on me. That was the biggest compliment I've heard him ever give. He gave me the biggest compliments I've ever heard him give to one person. He gave it in one sentence. He said, Jake is a great learner, and because of him, without a doubt, Catch Can Wrestling is going to come back. Like, whoa, that's insane. Okay. But that is because I am a fast learner. I took this thing called the Clifton Strengths Assessment, and it asks you all these questions, finds out what are your strengths. My number one strength was learner. Okay, it served me very, very well. I think it was Alvin Toffler or one of these futurists years ago said, the most successful people in the future will be those who know how to learn and unlearn and learn again. That's where we're at. That is where work will happen. You understand? So the work is not going to be things like, I mean, there will be things like hard labor. You'll still need plumbers, things of that nature. I mean, they have an AI that can perform surgery now. It's absolutely mind-blowing stuff. Nate, Nature Boy, Ted Planet says, quit my job. Started using ChatGPT. Dude, ChatGPT is just the beginning of this. Go look at something like butternut.ai. This thing, you just type in some words, it will create for you an SEO optimized web page like that. Things I've paid tens of thousands of dollars in the past to web developers. And go to scientificwrestling.com. There's a lot of money that I've thrown into that site to make it as good as it is. By the way, we just blew by 30,000 followers on Instagram. We're already past 40,000 on Facebook page. So we're blowing up. Almost added 1,000 followers in like the last 2 days. So I'm figuring some things out about these algorithms. If you guys want to get the inside track on all the things that I'm working on and how to develop it and make it work for you, there's going to be 3 ways. 1, become a Scientific Wrestling affiliate fight gym. Okay. You get my coaching. It comes with business coaching in addition to everything that I've done for, in coaching technique, strategy, and whatnot for Catch as Catch Can. 2, you can engage No1 Coaching, No1Coaching.com. Go check it out. Work together. I can help you build out all the same systems that I've done for myself. And 3, come work for me. Okay. You're going to work. I'll show you what I do. You get inside. Obviously, you're going to have to pass some serious background checks, sign some legal documents like non-compete, non-disclosures. But you get in, make you money, make me money, that kind of thing. Hit me up in the DMs. Nature Boy, do you have a blog up with all these resources? So you can go medium.com/@Jake Shannon, medium.com/@Jake Shannon, one word. And I do post that on all my socials. You'll see my blogs. I have a bunch of stuff about AI. Like I have a great article on how AI can be used to deceive you. I've been thinking about this very deeply and pushing it. Remember, I am a nerd. I have a math degree, a graduate level math degree in finance. Like I'm pushing this thing hard. You don't even know, dude. I've got a list. Nature Boy says the list of AI sites, dude, it's growing so fast. It's growing so fast. I got a list that I sent out to some of my employees at the software company. I'll read them to you. Obviously, ChatGPT, Ollie.ai, OLLI.ai. That may not be of interest to you. Synesthesia, SYNTHESIA.io. Otter, OTTER.ai. There's this really cool one called AI Coach Bud. It's an AI coach that you can have it coach you. Again, Butternut, Wondercraft.ai. Check any of these out. They're just mind-blowing. And then I am working on my newest book. Hopefully it'll be out in less than a month. I've hooked up because of AI. I am producing more than ever. I'm sitting already on so much content. I've already got a full book that is like 90,000 words or something on Carl Gotch that I have not published. I'm going to get that out probably here soon. I've got another book that's like a workbook similar. It's an upgrade to what I did with Liberation. Liberation, that book, if you know it, if you go to Amazon, you can find it. That book is a workbook to take somebody who's they're known as Henrys, high income earning, not retired yet, transitioning from a corporate gig into solopreneurship and how do you do it bootstrapping. Well, the book I'm working on now is called, I've got 2. The one that's coming out is called Sportify, and that is actually going to have its own website, sportify.ai. AI. And that's going to be basically taking what I've learned in 20 years of coaching in business and combat athletes at the highest level, working with the highest level coaches like Wade, like Billy, in addition to myself coaching Olympic athletes, Hall of Famers, world record holders. I'm going to be distilling all that into this idea of sportifying business. It's taking it past gamification. Gamification has serious problems. It's great. You've used gamification and not even known it, but there are limitations, and I'm pushing past that with my concept of sportification or sportifying. So that book should be out in the next month. Then I have another one that's an addendum in a workbook called Revenue Engineering. And it's actually my exact playbook on what I do when I go into a corporation and tune it up. I've been doing this for years. And this playbook, man, I charge people $25,000 a year to engage with me to learn this stuff. And I'm putting it all out for you guys. Okay. So I'll have that. I'll have Sportify, Revenue Engineering, the Carl Gotch book, which is, I have not yet titled it. I'm thinking about a couple different titles. We'll see what we come up with. I'm going to be putting out so much material. I have another book that I will be putting out about wrestling. That's a little more philosophical and applying lessons from wrestling into general life. I've said this time and time again. I believe that wrestling is the single most impactful method of personal development known to humankind. And I will be making the case for that in that book as well. So hopefully in the next 2 or 3 months, I'll have 4 new books. I think that might put me over 20 books that I've authored. This AI is just amplifying the speed at which I can produce. I know I can. If you don't know the book writing process, you have to have an editor. You have to have all these other things. By the way, Nature Boy jumping in, blowing up. Yeah, dude. Like, I'm so much more productive now. I'm going to be relaunching the No1 coaching website. It will be powered by AI. All this is coming, dude. If you want to jump on board with me and learn at an accelerated rate with somebody who is a master learner and achiever, those are my 2 biggest strengths on the Clifton test. Is the strengths test is a learner was number 1 and achiever number 2. And if you look at what I've done, it reflects that. Bodhisattva 1977, great name. Could a catch wrestler of old beat a jiu-jitsu guy of today? It depends. Gordon Ryan? I don't know, man. I mean, maybe Frank Gotch could probably go, I think. It depends on the rule set, right? Because there was pinning. So I don't know. But they used to be more creative, and this is what I'm trying to push for. By the way, somebody over at Endeavor, Ari, send them my way. I've got the solution, dude. I've got the solution for them to blow everything up. It's called Shoot Pro Wrestling. And it basically integrates UFC and WWE. We've had 3 shows, minimum viable product, done killer, dude. It's so killer. Anyway, Bodhisattva, I mean, I don't know, dude. Those are all speculative. I am not one of those people that romanticizes the past. And the reason is this. We live in an information age now. Do you understand? So I could go and I could get every Gordon Ryan, Jake Shannon, Danaher, Craig Jones instructional out there and study it, observe it, learn it, and be very good with technique. I used to be, when I started grappling, this was really early in the game in 94, 95, I beat everybody, not because I was a great athlete. I was in shape. I was good in that, but I wasn't like a great athlete. Like, some people have great genetics. I think somebody like Gordon Ryan is naturally gifted in addition to the amount of hard work and effort that he puts in. I was never just a natural athlete, but I had knowledge. So I would tap all these people. That's still my edge, is I know more about these different maneuvers. Well, I'm too old now and damaged, but that's always served me well. Okay. However, if you do find somebody that's in better shape than you, and tougher than you, a little more conditioned, like not just physical conditioning, but toughness. See, this is the difference between the old and the new. People today are soft. As tough as Gordon Ryan is, I guarantee you he's not as tough as Tom Jenkins. Now, does that mean Gordon Ryan would lose? No. It's like, dude, we have air conditioning. We shit inside. Like, things have changed radically since those times. So it's hard to judge apples for apples. I do think technically people are much better today than they were because they have the benefit of 100 years of information sharing. I don't know if that helps you at all. Okay, guys, I literally have to jump off. My next meeting is now. I appreciate you guys. Hit me up the DMs. If I can help you, let's go.